Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BrianTMurray YouTube channel. I am your host, Brian, and it's time for another review of Cobra Kai. We're doing season 2, episodes 1 through 7. Season 2, episodes 1 through 7. So, let's start. Alright, so Johnny is at the dojo, and John Kreese, being creepy as it typically is, he's standing in the shadows, and as ineffective father figures do, they take credit for stuff they have nothing to do with. You have that going on. They get into a little scuffle. Naturally, the smoke. The cigar that Kreese is smoking, he throws it into the wastebasket. Excuse me. Catches on fire. The sprinkler. No, not a sprinkler. Catches on fire. They go to the next scene. So LaRusso and Robbie, he shows Robbie the beautiful yellow card that Mr. Miyagi gave him back in Karate Kid 1. Awesome. That was a vintage. Robbie still Robbie still has his left arm in a sling. Still have that going on. You have Miguel's mother showing up at Johnny's apartment. So Diaz's mother shows up at Johnny's apartment with a casserole dish. You have that going on. So Diaz's mother is talking to Johnny and all, showing appreciation to how she took on the mentor relationship with Diaz. Johnny is trying his best. Let's not take advantage of the situation. And as he does that, Diaz's mother, I guess, trying not to take advantage of the situation. Yeah. You have Cobra Kai is celebrating. You have Hawk. You have Moon. You have Aisha, and you have the fourth person. Who is the fourth person? Oh, the really nerdy kid, man. The one that is allergic to everything. So Diaz is still texting Samantha that that relationship has been broken. Johnny and Kreese, they meet at the diner. Kreese trying to worm his way back in. Um, yeah, LaRusso setting up his new dojo. New members are coming to Johnny to Cobra Kai. You have that going on. You have Samantha who doesn't want any part of Diaz, but yet she still wants her relationship with Aisha. Aisha is really not trying to hear it. You have Johnny who is at the warehouse, picking up supplies and runs into LaRusso and Robbie. Um, Uh, LaRusso is mentoring Samantha. They are talking more. Um, I think Samantha comes to join the dojo. Yeah, I understand that when LaRusso just had Robbie, that was a personal thing. Um, you know, and then Samantha wanted in on it as well, and it makes me think about something that Fit from a Fresh and Fit, the Fresh and Fit podcast said. He said, if you want girls, it's going to take girls to attract other girls. Okay, you're not going to be a loner attracting anybody. Okay, it's because credibility is transferred when you have who you're looking for. So girls take it as a sign of acceptance when they see other girls hanging with a guy. They're way less suspicious. That's like your credit check. All right. The same here. When you have one student, the best that you can attract is one student. One then attracts another student. So you went from one to two. Exciting. You would double your roster. Okay, fine. But that's what it's going to take. Certain laws in life just make sense. Okay, because we think just because we are a part of something, everything is going to work. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. Okay, it's going to take you travailing and giving birth to something to make it work. Once you make it work, and don't ever underestimate this. People are watching you. People are listening to you. Okay, and they're waiting for a convenient time for them. Okay, so you can't have that thing about you when like you get upset. It's like, well, how come you ain't? No, they wasn't ready, just like you wasn't ready. Okay, so yeah, that's no, no. You know what attracts money? Money. Do you have the ability to multiply what you have? You're so focused on the end result that you're not even looking at ability. You gotta look at ability, and to do so is going to take what's called the law of honor. It's going to take what's called the law of honor, because honor attracts whatever you desire. Honor attracts whatever you desire, okay? So if you dishonor something, it pushes that thing or that person away. But when you have honor, it attracts. The universe is going to make sure it comes to you, okay? I remember a time where I had almost no tennis shoes. Then I got one pair. The next thing I got 3 pair. Then the next thing I knew, I have a whole lot of pairs. Okay. Now, granted, that didn't happen overnight, but just making the point, whatever you desire is attracted to you. But as I always tell those that I give gifts to, you gotta take care of it. You gotta take care of it. When I was renting from Zipcar, I treated every car, it didn't matter if it was a BMW or a Prius, I treated that vehicle like it was mine. As long as it was in my care, I treated like it was mine. I had to prove to myself and to the Lord that I knew how to take care of something. You have to prove that. You have to prove that. Okay? And that's how it is when you're trying to multiply what it is you are trying to do. You have to prove that you can take care of stuff. So this is very good in this Cobra Kai that we are seeing them both rebranding and rebuilding their dojos. Okay. So so Diaz is with them celebrating, and he's trying to text Samantha. She blocked him. Fine. Hawk says, well, the only thing to handle this is whenever you get blocked, you do a counter block. And this time try not to hit her, because in season 1 he accidentally hit her. So because she got in the middle of the scuffle between Diaz and Robbie. Okay, fine. This is what men go through. Very heartbroken. Very heartbroken. Very heartbroken. Very heartbroken. I mean, this young boy loved that girl, even though he hasn't said it yet. Well, how do you know? He wouldn't even be reacting like this if he didn't. Love is shown through your actions, not through your words. It's shown through your actions. So he loves her. Samantha can't deal with it is because the guy that she took a liking to was being ate up by this new Cobra Kai representative. She wanted someone that she knew him to be nice, sweet, whatever, blah 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 blah. Cobra Kai because she was hiding the fact that he joined Cobra Kai, but you had all these things, and then he in the moment of rage because he saw after texting her all day. She was on punishment because her and her 2 girlfriends hit Johnny's car. When Johnny brought it up to his parents, her mother got around to asking Samantha about it, like, hey, did you hit Johnny's car? And then Samantha finally fessed up to it. So rightfully so, the mother punished her. She said, give me your phone. That just happened to be the time where Diaz kept texting her all day, calling, texting, and just no response. So the first time he sees Samantha, she shows up with another guy. So naturally, 0 to 60. 0 to 60, okay? It happens. It happens. Life happens, okay? Especially when you're young and you're in love, man. It's like the most interesting thing about a man is his passion. We don't care about a lot of things. We don't care about a lot of people. So once we do care, That's a big thing. That's a big thing. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And when we start caring, all we ask, do not diminish what we got. Do not diminish what we have going. Okay? So he's passionate. He's in love with her. He texts her all day, not knowing she's on punishment. And when they see each other, she's with another guy, and it just so happened to be a guy that he's competing with. 0 to 60. So, I understand that. But this is what men, number one, this is what I had to learn. Because no one taught me this. I had to learn this the hard way. When someone does not want to talk to you, that is it. That is it. That is it. I had to learn that the hard way on several occasions because I'm in my mind like, oh, look, this ain't a big deal. All we have to do is X, Y, Z, whatever, and if nah. Especially in the era of these modern women, absolutely not. It's because in their mind, they have infinite choices. They have infinite choices. Number two, attention to a woman is like oxygen. So they enjoy and they revel in attention. That said, when it's negative attention, it's like rape to them. They like the attention from people that they want it from. When they get attention from people that they don't want it from, you are an intruder. It triggers them. It makes them malfunction. Okay? So it goes to men in the Y and Z generation. When you know this person does not want to talk to you anymore, let it go. Let it go. What I didn't learn until a year ago is this is the nonsense that we grew up with. Men and millions of men like me grew up as romantics because we were raised by our mothers, we were raised in church, we were raised to be soft. We were raised to be soft. It's all right to finally say it. We were raised to be soft. Soft and agreeable. We were raised to be soft and we were raised to be agreeable. So when a young lady don't want to talk to you anymore, with no surprise, you have emotions like a woman. Like, why don't she want to talk to me? All we gotta do is no. The woman that you used to like grew up harder than you. She grew up harder than you. Okay? That's what you have to understand. The woman that you liked grew up harder than you. So as you're pouring out your feelings, see, men grew up on Disney movies as well. Okay, romantic shows, all that, blah blah blah. It's like people telling your life story in 22-minute episodes. Yeah, it'll be just like that. That's not how the real world works. Not in reality. And this is where millions of men have suffered or is suffering, because it's no man in their life to tell them this. This is why the manosphere is so important, because you're learning things from guys your age and older, things that your father wasn't around to tell you. This is the age where the modern day man is becoming so enlightened. He has become so enlightened. So there's a name for this kind of behavior in terms of this softness, this agreeableness, this fanatic behavior. Is called being a simp. It's called being a simp. Diaz has not recognized that his value have increased. He has won the Valley Championship. He can almost get just about any girl other than the one who don't want to talk to him. Any girl that he wants. But he doesn't know that. Just like things I didn't know growing up. What you have to do is teach your children value. You have got to teach your children value. Because this is what's happening. Women have circles to communicate all the time throughout generations. I don't care if it was your mother or grandmother and all your aunts cooking in the kitchen, making greens. They still have a safe zone to communicate and translate generational information. Hair salon, on the phone. See, men don't even talk on the phone like that. Women have a variety of ways to transfer information. Men do not. That's why life is so much harder for us in this regard. It's because a lot of us is living life on our own. We are our own doctor. We are our own pastor. We are our own coach. We are our own therapist. No. A man lives in his head. He lives in his head and he's suffering by stuff that he does not know about. God said in Ecclesiastes, I believe, for my people are destroyed. I'm sorry, 2 Corinthians, for my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Nothing is going to destroy you quicker by not knowing something. I just had my former pastor say for years how God would take older saints away to protect them. That's just as crazy to me as it is now. So wait. Okay. Again, God just sweeping old black church people away who had little information about their health. They spent 50 years eating chicken and candy. But yet God took them away because they are saved. That's crazy. That is crazy. So it wasn't high blood pressure. It wasn't a high cholesterol count. It wasn't a high BMI in terms of obesity. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't any of that. See, church apologizes for everything we do wrong, and it still takes zero accountability. It takes zero accountability. That is crazy. Okay, so you have got to teach your men, your young boys, your young daughters about value. You've got, everything is not the same. In an era where everybody wants everything to be the same, everyone gets a participation trophy, all of this nonsense. That's not how life works. That is not how life works. You will be homeless. You will be broke. You will be fired until you realize that not everything is the same. Johnny and Diaz is in Johnny's new Cobra Kai car. Totally redid it. And he pulls up at a red light with an attractive mother and apparently her daughter. And Johnny says the right thing. Don't look. Don't look at them. This is how the modern woman operates. She will want you as long as she thinks you don't want her. Crazy, right? The moment she knows you like her, and in so much that she got you, like you're a fan of hers, she will stop paying attention to you. Why is that? It's because this is, again, another lesson about value. It's because she is saying, I do not got to waste time on him, already got him. I'm going to move on to someone who has a higher value. This is how the modern woman thinks. And honestly, it's not necessarily bad. It can be bad, but it's not necessarily bad. This is what men need to be doing, is because the woman is elite in distinguishing value. Men, we're still coming out of this era of, if we just have enough swag, women will like it. No. Swag is not value. Swag is swag. Value is where you'll have 70-year-old men, 5'5", a stomach as if they are 9 months pregnant, and have a bunch of 20-year-old models hanging around. Why? Because he has established value. And you being the young 28-year-old six-pack, not wondering why you can't get any of them. You have no value. You're cute, but you have no value. These are lessons my father and brother could not teach me because they themselves didn't know. Why? Because we all grew up in a system that made us weak. And church played a huge part in that. So LaRusso needs to be freed up from his dealership, his main dealership. So him and his wife tag teamed to sell 10 cars. They accomplished that goal. You had that going on. I like LaRusso totally redid the backyard to make it into a outside dojo. Really cool. You have with Johnny and Cobra Kai, you have the mixing truck. That was cool. That was cool. See, it's a price to be paid to get value. There is a price to be paid to get value. I do like how Robbie and Samantha look at each other. It's like it's like if it was just that simple. he likes her, she likes him, and just people just moving forward. It's just way complicated these days. Johnny getting a computer. This whole portion was hilarious. Johnny getting the internet. Hilarious. When he typed in hot babes, I bust out laughing. Like, you really don't understand the potential of the internet when you type in hot babes. And then the second entry was even more funnier. wet t-shirt contest. It's hilarious. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. So the kids at Cobra Kai, they are at the beach, and the branding of Cobra Kai is getting out, in particular because they won the championship. Two girls walk by them on the beach, and they talk to the nerdy kid, seeing that he's associated with them, not knowing that he's not a part of Cobra Kai. Again, value. It's about value. Side note, I did peep that Will Smith is one of the executive producers of this, so that's always cool. They are at Valley Fest, and they use this as a commercial opportunity. Miyagi Do and Cobra Kai, so that's cool. So Miguel approaches Johnny about, so Robbie is your son. Like, why didn't you tell them? You have us fighting him and all this other stuff, and how did you fail to mention that? So that what was cool, because Johnny took him out to grab a bite, and they go to the diner across the street from the hospital that Robbie was born in. You know, that's really great. It's because Johnny is from the baby boomer generation, in terms of, you know, they were great at correction, but they suck at mentorship. It's like they just did whatever their parents taught them. It's like, I'm not going to explain nothing to you. You do everything I tell you, and you'll work out fine. It's like, okay, but that's not learning. That's not learning. That is crazy. That is not learning. So they're at Valley Fest, and the Cobra Kai promotion went really well. So I found that to be interesting. Okay, so here we are, episode 4. You have the nerd kids show up at Cobra Kai, and Kreese is there. That didn't go well because it doesn't show it, but we think Kreese roughed him up a bit. I think he ran out with like a bloody nose. But yeah, craziness. You have the dude from the hardware store show. He said, I got lots of money. He took his money. He's like, all right, shut up. So the new girl, the alpha female at Cobra Kai, yeah, these love interests just show up, and it's like, oh yeah, that's going to happen. So you are at the country club, if you will, the LaRussos as Robbie as their guest. They have all of that going on. I like how they trust Robbie so much, as if they are their own, and they're just hanging out with their daughter in a bikini. So, I mean, it could be innocent, but I'm just saying, you know. You have the owner of the or management from the country club confronts Robbie, and it says you're not allowed on the premises, and the wife LaRusso was like, no, he is our guest, pretty much saying you don't want to lose our business. So I think it was awesome as LaRusso was telling his buddies about his dojo and everything, and Kim Fields shows up. By the time when Karate Kid came out, is about the time Facts of Life was really blowing up, and it's like, yo, these are both 80s icons. That's really cool, man. 80s icons. That's pretty cool. You have wallets and stuff being stolen at the country club. Samantha confronts the new alpha chick at Cobra Kai. Then later it goes to Robbie approaching his old buddies who were thieves of sorts about returning all of the stolen wallets. Then LaRusso shows up, beats up the guys for him to protect him. I like the nerd guy shows up at Miyagi-Do. He's like, yo, this whole aggressive thing with Cobra Kai, I can't do that. So that's funny. Okay, we are on to episode 5. Hawk is having a flashback back to when he was called Lip. I think it is awesome how Hawk increased his value. When you increase your value, you get a hot girl like Moon. That's how that works. That's how that works. Oh, had I known this in school. It's crazy. Again, your upbringings, in particular for men, just want to make you soft, agreeable, compliant, and then God will bless you. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Because when those three things happen to you, all that makes you is controllable. Controllable to your parents, controllable to your church, controllable to your community, controllable in future relationships, controllable in your marriage as a man. I'm not speaking against church or marriage or any of that, but it makes you controllable. This is wrong. This is wrong. And then you hit 30, 40, and 50, and you're like, something's missing, but I don't know what it is. Yeah. Nonsense. So the nerd guy is at Miyagi-Do, and LaRusso is teaching him the basic stuff. Wax on, wax off, and he cries about everything. At Cobra Kai, yeah, Johnny and Kreese, they going at it. It's a whole ego thing. You have the Cobra Kai crew. You see the new alpha female. So Sam, Dimitri, and Robbie, they are at the mall. So you have the next scene. You have the alpha chick is flirting with Diaz, and he's putting a video together so he can send to Samantha. Try to yes, yes. It makes you look desperate. Girls are not into desperate guys. 1,000% true. Hmm. Girls don't like desperate guys. That is so true. That is so true. You can go your whole life not learning that. So Johnny stops by LaRusso's dealership to look for Robbie. The next scene is you have Hulk and some of the gang from Cobra Kai finds Dimitri. They mess with Dimitri and everything, and then Robbie and Samantha shows up to save him because he needed saving. Johnny shows up at his apartment complex drunk, and Diaz's mother sees him, stops and helps him. Okay. You have Moon who confronts Hulk for being a bully now. Hulk turned into something that he doesn't even like. So Kreese uses Hulk as an advantage thing. So Diaz is operating from Johnny's advice. Make a move, go all in. That's the same nonsense from the baby boomer era. That does not work in these generations now. No, no, that will land you in jail. Okay, that will land you in jail. So Daisy Diaz finally kisses Daisy. Daisy has been wanting him from day one. It's just it's again, Diaz doesn't realize how controllable he is. To Johnny, to now Daisy, to Samantha, whatever it is. Oh, I don't date. Well, let it not be a date, and we still do it. Okay, I will pick you up. Ooh, I don't have a car. Okay, I'll pick you up. Just crazy. So as Diaz and Daisy kiss, Robbie and Samantha kiss, and yeah, so Samantha has been well, actually, both girls have been harping against the guys, which is how it's supposed to be. In that, it's the guys making themselves of value. So Hawk vandalizes the Miyagi Dojo, the inside and out, and deface the car. So LaRusso shows up at Cobra Kai and confronts Johnny. Johnny don't know what he's talking about. So forth, so on. Okay, and that ends. Before LaRusso left, he gave he let everybody know, it was like, hey, if you want to follow this kind of guy, whatever. So when he left, you saw people leaving out. It's because it's, it's just rough. It's rough. Johnny is trying to find his own place, much less trying to mentor kids in their era. Something that TD Jakes said about Oprah, a story Oprah told him about her and her mother. He said that the world becomes more of yours and less of mine, meaning the mother to the daughter. So the world becomes more of the world of your children and less of yours. That's why the older you get, the less you recognize the world that you grew up in. Amen. Amen. You have Dimitri, Sam, and Robbie trying to lift the rock. You have other members showing up. You have Johnny who had to take a leave of absence because what I think is one of the members of Cobra Kai when they were kids is diagnosed with a terminal illness, and they go on a road trip. That I said, Kreese is in charge of those at Cobra Kai. Johnny instructions is do whatever you have to do to get them to tell the truth, and then Kreese naturally takes advantage of the situation. So Chubbs says, I didn't vandalize Miyagi though. Johnny's like, shut your cake off. Shut up, you just got here. Shut up. So Johnny and his old Cobra Kai buds, they are at the bar. A guy get a little too handsy with the young lady, and they insert themselves, and it turns into an all-out bar fight. There's a scene here with Daisy and Diaz. Let's good exchange here. You have Diaz is in the back, on the punching bag in the back of Cobra Kai, using the punching bag, and then Daisy comes in. No, number one, Daisy is 100 times tougher than Diaz, and this is what the modern woman does. She's tougher than the guy she likes, so she's controlling him because us men grow up so controllable. So Diaz brings her the idea. What Sensei Kreese was teaching us was a little over the top, and she says not really, because she tells a personal story how her mother, who was a waitress at a restaurant, had to take leftovers home to feed her and her brother. Once the manager found out, they fired her. She said, what Kreese is saying makes sense because the world is no mercy. We got to fight for every inch of what's ours. So Diaz is hearing this, and he's like, that makes sense. It's funny how one unfortunate instance can subtly traumatize you. when you're the middle class and the lower class and you get fired for something such as that, which is easily dealt with or avoidable, or can become compliant, or whatever the situation is. She got fired over food that they were going to throw in the trash anyway. Notice how a situation like that people hold on to as an internal story. And that internal story you can use to justify every questionable thing that you do in the future. One of the most interesting stories that I remember reading as a child is the origin of Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's parents were good people. So how is the son of good parents? His father was a doctor. His mother was a gypsy. The European tribes saw gypsies as witches. Therefore, witchcraft. That means it was punishable unto death. Yet, everything she did was to help other people, but she was still a gypsy. So they killed Victor Doom's mother. And Victor held on to that, and that was his motivation. Here it is. This man has fought everybody in the Marvel Universe twice, at least, because he's driven by a wrong narrative. So here's the question: what is your narrative? What narrative are you using to justify all the misdoings that you have done? You gotta get to the place where you can confront yourself. You gotta confront yourself. Also, you're going to need professional help confronting yourself. This is why I'm such a huge proponent for therapy. Okay? Because this is crazy. People can justify whatever they do and say wrong. I don't like how Dimitri is talking down to the black kid as they try to get the stone up. They got the stone up. So Johnny is in the woods with his guys as they do their road trip. As he doesn't notice, but it is. All right, let's get into this. good good scene in the woods with Johnny and his Cobra Kai brother that has a terminal illness. He told it the he told a secret that he always had a crush on Allie. Allie was the love interest in Karate Kid back in the 80s. He said they were in a homeroom, and he said that he always wanted to ask her out, but then Johnny swooped in, something he never told her. He said that's why he joined Cobra Kai, is because you know Johnny just had that mojo. He had the confidence, and he just wanted that. And I understand that. This is why I said it in my video of season one. This is like the world needs Cobra Kai, but with mercy. The last thing the world needs is more bullies. So Diaz goes to confront Kreese. Uh, Kreese acknowledges his allegiance to Johnny, but he still downplays Johnny because he said that Johnny lost his way. Mm, crazy. So Jimmy, I believe it is, passes away, and Kreese is increasing his influence on Cobra Kai. All right, so with the last episode we're going to do tonight is episode 7. So LaRusso, the wife, wakes up, and Danny isn't there. So he gets out to the dojo in Greece, in Kreese. Kreese is still up to his antics. Kreese is still being an a-hole. Everybody know Miyagi is dead. He says regards to Miyagi. So Samantha and Moon, they are doing their girl talk. Then Moon quickly extracts the fat. So Samantha wants some advice on her outfit for today, and Moon quickly extracts the fact that she has a crush on someone. Um, I think Moon and Diaz are dating or have dated in real life. So Johnny comes back to Cobra Kai. And again, Kreese's influences, the way he organizes his office and all this other stuff is like, so at Miyagi-Do, the students are realizing how LaRusso is getting deeper into the whole fighting thing is because what they don't know is that, you know, what Kreese said to him is like, yo, we're going to have to deal with, we're going to have to, our students are going to have to fight again. So, to have them prepared for that. So, everything is more intense. So, Kreese does, Johnny allows him to go through with the whole force thing where one side has red bands, the other side has black bands, and the goal is to capture as many bands as you can from the other team. So you have that going on while LaRusso is training his students. One of his workers, the one that got beat up by Johnny, he got poached by Cole. Chubbs cracked me up. Chubbs cracked me up. He's been influenced by Hulk with his facial hair. He wants to be called Stingray. He's like, we're not doing that. Oh my goodness. So at Miyagi-Do, you have the circle is happening when Danny yells out a number. That number of the student that the student has to jump out and attack the person in the center. It all goes well until Dimitri got to go through it, who has some pretty high socks. So it's like, this is part of the reason why no one takes you seriously. So back to the force, the black captures the red. Diaz and Hulk goes at each other pretty hard, and then Diaz claims victory for the black team, and then Chubbs come out of the now Stingray comes out of the grass and tackles Diaz. He's scared. If a grown man comes out of the ground, I'm just as scared too. Stingray got a cobra from GI Joe patch on the back of his vest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Johnny realizes very confusing messages are being sent to the kids. So Samantha shows up. I think Johnny is living at the dojo. When Danny Russo shows up at the dealership, he gets an earful from the wife who feels abandoned in the day to day duties because he's spending so much time at the Miyagi Do. Uh, Diaz shows up at the Russos and to give back the Medal of Honor from Mr. Miyagi. What yeah, Robbie messes up again because Diaz brings Mr. Miyagi's Medal of Honor. Then Robbie, he when Samantha comes downstairs after Diaz leave, Robbie doesn't tell him that it was Diaz, and also don't tell him that he has the Medal of Honor, which is going to put him in a bad situation with Sam sooner than later. So, in this last scene, you have Johnny confronting Kreese about those old school methods again. So uh, so Johnny gets rid of Kreese. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so there we have it. The first September episodes of season 2. We will come with another review next week as well. So we will do that. So, all right. So, all right. So I'll see you next week, Lord's will. All right. Take care. Bye.